Hey, what is up, guys? Flex Media here, bringing you yet another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So, as you guys can tell, we are here on the newest Boss Rush 10 stage on the JP side of the game. Now, one thing I do want to point out, I mean, before we really get into it, so if you guys were ever contemplating, thinking like, oh, maybe I should do a JP account, just a little side account, free-to-play account. Now, right now is the absolute time to do it. Real quick, if you guys didn't catch my summon video, in which I pulled hot fire, and that is no joke. Now, subsequently, I have pulled hot garbage, so I haven't even really made a video on it. It's just been so bad. But anyway, if you guys have ever thought about it, now is the time to do it. It's very easy to do. So if you're not familiar with the process, you can go ahead and skip through this part if you are, but it's very simple. You download an app. It's the TEQ app or the Q app, and it's QOOAPP. It's just it's that easy. Now it's not on like the Google Play Store or I don't think this really even applies to like iPhone users, unless you have like a jailbroken iPhone or something like that. But it's a secondary app, so it's not like an official app. However, just to point out, it's extremely safe. So it's not like it's gonna like pack your phone full of viruses or something. So. But basically, it looks like the little the shape of the app. It looks like the little location symbol, like that you'd see on your phone, and it's a guy and he's got a little mustache. That's the app. Anyway, the banners, guys. The banners are just the most insane you've ever seen. Specifically that Vegito banner. So let's kind of go through it a little bit. We don't need to necessarily go through all 10 units, but like the big boys on it. So, starting it out, here is the STR cooler transformation, by the way. Beautiful thing. But the I'm sorry. So you have Vegito. I mean, obviously, we all know, we've all seen, the stats probably at this point. I am going to do a video on it. I do want to go over why he's just a little bit better than Gogeta. And why you should really go ham on his banner. So let's go over that right now. So you got Vegito, just to start it out. The biggest boy there is. He is by far, in my opinion, by far the best unit in the game. Gogeta nipping at his heels, and then, Kalen Caulifla somewhere either better, I haven't really played a whole lot with the fusions, but just from the gameplay I've seen, really. But anyway, you got Vegito, and then the second unit on the banner, other than, of course, I believe that has is that the Trunks on there? Yeah, the Trunks in my unit. And then you have AGL Gohan, who is for sure one of the best units for the Legendary Goku event. And even like on something like Super Battle Road or, Dokkan events or whatever. You get him just a couple super attacks, man, and he is damn near indestructible. So it's just... I mean, those two in itself, if you can get a couple copies of both of them, like I said, if you're considering starting a new account, maybe you buy a farmed account, you do Ultra Dokkan discount, or like the one that Warden sponsors, or that sponsors him. I forget what that one's called. But you buy one of those for like $8 or less, and you can get an account that number one, already has LRs on it, and has like 3-4, I mean, if you want to spend a little more money, 5,000 stones on it, that you're getting for a very reasonable price. A lot of them, now those are farmed accounts. You can also buy rank 1 accounts as well that have like 2,000 stones on it. And those ones are probably a little better for you, especially considering if you were to buy one now, you basically, all of the events are currently farmed, even the year 5 events. So you certainly want to get in on those. I mean, that's part of the game is doing the events, right? But guys, so you've got AGL Gohan as basically your number 2 unit on the banner, which is insane. And not to just slough off, you know, the Trunks in my unit. They're super good as well. They do that Mafuba, and they can do like a 4 million attack stat or something crazy. And then you have the original fusion unit, the LR Vegito, the 3-year anniversary unit, who is still super good. Particularly when he transforms into, or fuses into Super Vegito. So, I mean, right there, I mean, you've just got, like, the most insane banner in history. And then, on top of that, you have TEQ transforming Trunks, who, again, is just an absolute stud. Leads a really good team. That Future Saga is really stacked. And, you know, you can run the LR Vegito on that team. They're going to be absolutely dominant. And then you've got, who's after that? Oh yeah, and Zamasu for the Realm of Gods. And again, you can run both of these units on Realm of Gods. They're both Super Saiyan Blue units, so obviously they're on Realm of Gods, right? So that Vegito banner in particular is just crazy. And then of course you've got like Super Vegito, who is still the only leader we have right now for Majin Buu Saga. However, I think that's going to change probably within the next, I would say, month or two. They're going to go back to the Majin Buu stuff on the JP side of the game, and then kind of move on. Hopefully they move on into like Resurrection F and maybe revamp some of those events. You know, Easy Ace, maybe like the Whis units, or like maybe another. Are there any more Beerus units that really need Easy A's? Not really, I guess, because the STR, I guess, Int Beerus. But anyway, guys, so that Vegito banner, am I forgetting anyone? Oh yes, and then you have one of the better Easy A units in the game with the TEQ merged Zamasu. So I've actually pulled a couple copies of him. I'm quite excited to use him. I'll be able to run him at the very least on my Patara team, so that's exciting. Now, who else am I forgetting? I already mentioned Super Vegito. Oh yeah. And Transforming Buu, I would say, is probably the one sort of stinker of the banner. However, he's not like insanely horrible. He's just like, you know, he was, you know, replaced with a vengeance as the transformation boost category leader with this STR cooler that you're seeing on screen, who is absolutely bonkers. We'll go over him as well. So, but first, let's go over this Gogeta and this Gogeta banner real quick. So Gogeta, I would say, is the second best unit in the game, just ever so slightly behind Vegito. I think a lot of parts of his card are sort of underrated. So like right off the bat, he gets Key 5. So he's, and that's I believe that's after he transforms. But that is just an extremely underrated part of his card. For you to not even, now this is just saying like he's going to be on a fusion team. So he's going to have Over and a Flash. He's going to have Fused Fighter. There's 5 key right there. On top of the leader skill. So there's 6 key. So we've got 11 key. And then his key 5. So, I mean, he's going to start with like 16 key. I mean, it's like, are you serious? It's like, so he's going to be 18 key supering essentially every single turn. And he has the potential to get an additional super attack. I believe it's only a medium chance to be... One of his attacks is just a straight up normal. And then he'll have the chance to get the super attack after that, if you give him any sort of equipment or additional in the potential system, of course. But then on his banner, so the number 2 unit, of course, would be like the Bardock and Guinea. But the number 2 LR is LR Cell, who I've talked about and talked about and talked about. Yes, he might be the least impressive Dokkan Fest LR, but he is still cray-cray. You know, he has that potential to give you the full heal, and after he transforms, he has the potential to get you like 160% attack and defense if you get him 8 key spheres. There are so many key changers on his teams that he's on, so whether you run him on Transformation Boost, which would be a great choice, that's the STR Cooler team, or you run him on his own team, the Android Cell Saga, he gives that team 4 key. I'm pretty sure he does. Does he? Does he? Yeah, he does for sure. So that LR Cell, I mean, I'm not going to go into detail about his card or anything, but he's still, like, really, really good. He's, like, probably a top, I don't know, between 10 and 15 unit in the game. I mean, I guess I'd have to really sit down and think about it, but he's still very, very good. Without a shadow of a doubt in the top, like, 20 or something. He's real good. So, and then you have, of course, the original LR Gogeta, who has that super effective against all types once he fuses. He's one of the best units in the entire game for that Legendary Goku event. He does so much damage to UI Goku. It is insane. And I believe he massively lowers defense, which again, he can just do the most insane damage you've ever seen to UI Goku. So especially if you get him, like I said, either equipment on him, or you get him a dupe. He gets free additional, but I'm saying if you give him more additional and he gets that additional attack, or if you give him crit, I mean, just watch the health bars come off of UI Goku. It's crazy to see. And of course, that potential of the full heal. And then probably one of the weaker units on both of these banners is Int Gogeta they put on his banner. Now, I would have preferred that they put STR Gogeta on the banner. However, you can pick him up with a redstone, which I actually did get him with my redstone, in hopes that I would pull the Gogeta card, so I could run STR Gogeta on his team. They'd make, you know, quite a linking partner. Wouldn't share what Warrior Gods or Godly Power with him, but that's okay in the end. Pre-transform, they'll link up pretty well. And of course, what Gogeta banner would be complete without TEQ Gogeta, who is still pretty good. He actually does get a defensive buff on his super attack, which again, on a fusion team is going to be super easy to get. In the end, he's still a fusion category leader. He just, like, he has, and his attack stat is super high, especially for his age. I believe his attack stat at the rainbow level is 17,000 plus, although I'd have to double check that. It's really high. Especially, I think he was he the year 2 unit? No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. But he came out about 2 years ago, like when he was the beginning of the category meta. Him and Omega Shenron, so. But anyway, I believe they came out in 2017. Again, I'd have to double check that. So kind of an older unit, so that's kind of a bummer, right? But because a lot of people will probably have him if you're a longtime player. Before we start, here's the Broly active skill. Now, right now, what is about to happen is a reckoning. So this STR Cooler unit, right now, they're both of these guys, because they're untransformed and there's one enemy on the field, they are providing a 30% attack and defensive buff to number one, everyone, so everyone on rotation, but specifically this LR Broly. This is a 0 dupe Broly. So okay, Int Kid Goku's gonna get the super, no big deal. STR Cooler has good defense, yeah, not a problem. So there he is at 2 million, basically only sharing Fierce Battle with Broly. And then, of course, the 30% support from him and his counterpart. But watch Broly. 7.22! Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That's a 0 dupe Broly, man. 0. Didn't get the crit, but if he would have got the crit, for sure would have ended that Int Kid Goku. I had to point that out in this video. That was, like, one of the most insane things ever. So anyway, guys, we'll go over STR Cooler. Let's finish up with this banner, though. So again, on that Gogeta banner, you have STR Omega, who is no slouch. So he reduces enemies' attack just by being on the field. He reduces enemies' attack by 40%. He's one of the best EZAs in the entire game. He's got to be, I mean, a top 5 or something EZA. He's so good. You know, enemies, especially, like I said, especially in Super Battle Road. Now, Legendary Goku, Infinite Dragon Ball History might not be as good, but if there are any stages that you're struggling with, particularly that full power stage, I would definitely say that he's going to be a really good option for you, you know, especially if you're, you know, on global and waiting. So he won't be the next big EZA, but I believe he'll be after Blue Kaioken Goku. So anyway, guys, he's super good. And then after that, you have Int Janemba, who, you know, really, I mean, I've talked about him. If you do not have him rainbowed and you pull him, do not be upset, because he is the tippy top EZA in the game. He, for many, many months, was widely considered the best TUR in the game. Of course, until they dropped STR Cooler, who is just so dominant, as you guys have seen throughout this event, that there's just no question who's better. And then I would say, actually, in front of Janemba, after using him more and more, I actually really, really like the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken on the global side of the game. Mine has one dupe in him. I've gotten him well over a 5 million attack stat, guys. I mean, he is just bananas. I mean, he is insane. You know, whatever word you want to use, I mean, that's what he is. And he's, I mean, his defense, he's sitting over, you know, 100k. I mean, he's quite good. So anyway, guys, and then, of course, I can't forget on the Gogeta banner, you have the original transforming Gogeta. Well, I don't know if you'd call him the original, but the blue Gogeta, right, from the Broly movie, who's still super, super good. Again, if you don't have him rainbowed and you pull him, boy, that's a good pull for you, because he does guaranteed crits once he transforms. He's got that 50% to dodge. And even pre-transformed, he, you know, again, no slouch. He's got that medium chance to dodge, still super effective against all types. You know, he's still very, very good. And of course, the Dragon Ball Super movie Broly, well, the Broly, the Fizz movie boss / full power leader. Again, a lot of these units are buffing the full power team. So that's really, really cool. You know, that's one of the tougher super battle roads out there. I actually think they could probably afford to put a few more units on full power. It's just, you know, when you're talking about a unit's full power, it's just like interesting that you can put Int Kid Goku on there. But then a bunch of the Super Saiyan Blue units are not on there. And it's just like, you know, full power is just so... to me, it's kind of like subjective. Like, well, what is this card's full power? I mean, really, it would be Mastered UI Goku, really. I mean, that would be the... For like a Goku unit, of course. And then Evolution Blue Vegeta would be his pinnacle. So, when you're talking specifically about Saiyan cards, you know... But anyway, guys, so the banners are so... Even the Gogeta banner is insane, right? So we're kind of actually winding down on this event. So we actually were able to kind of fly through it, which was nice. This STR Cooler team is just so insane, guys. So if you guys watch the gameplay a little bit, if you have been watching, whether you've been watching or listening, go ahead and tune in now. But there's just such a wide array of units that you can use. Now, this is primarily, basically, it's like kind of a Wicked Bloodline team, kind of a Conquest of Terror team, and a little bit of Transformation Boost. So the cool thing is, so like right now, so that was that turn had 2 enemies. So that means that Cooler was buffing Conquest of Terror. So he's buffing them by key 2, attack and defense 50%. So whenever there are 2 or more enemies, that's what he does. And so right now there's only 1 enemy, so he's buffing Transformation Boost, which unfortunately AGL Metal Cooler right now is not on Transformation Boost. Believe it or not, I mean, in my opinion, he should be. I mean, I sort of kind of get it, but in the end, you know, he really should be. He fucking transforms. I mean, giant form is a transformation. You know, but, you know, I suppose that's a topic for another video, another day, or whatever. But right now, I don't remember, do we use his transformation? I think we do. Basically, the way this team is set up is because I wanted to get through the event quickly. The way it's set up is, so like you can either go ham with Cooler, or you wait till the 4th turn and get Broly's active skill, and you go ham with Broly. And then that way you kind of sort of one-shot the event. So right now we're about to go absolutely ham with Cooler. Now, keep it. So this is the Dokkan attack, so he's gonna obviously end it right here, this phase. But once this guy, so he has no, right now he has no support on rotation. He does have his best linking partner here in the Fizz final form cooler, who is still quite good, by the way. Probably the best monotype lead. Wow, what happened there? But probably the best monotype lead that we have still, because he gets defense. So he's held up considerably well over the years. You know, he's quite an old unit. I didn't catch his attack stat there, but I bet it was, you know, 2.4, 2.5 million, something like that, with no support on rotation. Now, yes, he's rainbowed, of course. But this dude, I just want to say it for the record, you can't skip his banner. I actually did briefly, like, after seeing these banners, I actually did briefly consider it, like, wow, should I be skipping STR Cooler? But then I thought about it, and I'm like, no, because he leads Transformation Boost. So you run a double STR Cooler team, he's going to buff both of those, both of these anniversary units, the Vegito and Gogeta, by 30% attack and defense and 2 key. So, and then that 2 key is actually big because, you know, they're LRs, so they can get the 18 and the 24 key super. That's what makes LRs so great. Yes, they're enhanced stats. I mean, yes, they're enhanced level. But man, that you know, that extra percentage buff on 18 and 24 key super attacks is just monumental. And there he is, 5.86 million. Now that was a buff from just one cooler, and this might end it. I maybe. Does it? It's gonna be close. Oh my god, dude, Broly is a maniac. That big 48% attack buff is just insane. It's insane. It's essentially a B-Pan, but tack on 20 more percent or 15 more percent. It's crazy. But yeah, you cannot skip that STR Cooler banner. You have to at least have the potential to pull him. Not to mention, I think probably they'll put that AGL Zamasu on there. You know, again, shout out to the homie Garesh. You know, he's the one who called that. I think it, yeah, 2.86. Jeez Louise. And you get him big bad bosses and just watch him go. Now he's up. Also, that was a guaranteed additional attack. That has the potential to be a super attack. So this is one of those characters that can get 3 super attacks, and we just ended that phase in like 2 seconds flat. So anyway, guys, Boss Rush, I mean, I got a lot more to say on the anniversary, but we'll save it for another video. But if you guys enjoy just watching this STR Cooler team just plow through events, go ahead and slap a like on the video. Never mind that time. I was on dad duty, as you guys may or may not know. But consider subscribing if you're new. I'm bringing you guys content every single day. I love all you guys. Thank you for the support, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.